Hey everyone, it's Alicia, and again, I am joined by Brian over at Weber Automotive. Brian, how are you?
I'm good, Alicia. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right.
So in this week's video, we're talking about the fact that fall is almost upon us. Summer's coming to an end here, and fall is actually the perfect time for your car. And they may be asking, well, why? Why is it the perfect time for my car? And it's actually because it's the perfect time for you to be preparing and making sure everything on your car is in proper working order for when winter arrives. So it's a good little time frame where you have that opportunity to make sure stuff is good to go and ready to take on the winter. So Brian, I just want to turn it over to you to kind of tell us what should we be focusing on during this fall season to make sure we're ready for winter driving.
Well, yeah, it is a great time to do that. It's always good to be proactive. You don't want to find out you should have done something after it's too late to do anything about it. Or it's caused a problem or an inconvenience or an accident or something like that. So fall is definitely the great time to make sure that the car is all properly maintained. The tires are adequate for the wintertime. The battery's in good shape. The windshield washers and wipers work the way they're supposed to. The defroster's working the way it's supposed to. All these things that are much more critical in the wintertime really should be looked after in the fall. And then, again, you can do it on your terms and your schedule instead of being reactionary and then have it turn into an emergency. A lot of these systems, the cooling system, the batteries, they all get stressed when it gets real cold out. And if you can avoid all that if you get it checked before.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been there personally. I've had a car before where my battery would work perfectly all throughout the year. And then as soon as winter came on those really cold nights, I'd go out the next day and my car would not start. And it was that battery, but it took me a little while to realize that. And I'm sure I'm not alone in having that experience.
Yeah. And you know what? That happens and it's totally preventable.
Mm.
Who likes to have that? That's not a pleasant thing to find out.
No, you're 100% right. I know for me, it was definitely not pleasant. So if that's something that you've experienced before, maybe you've had an issue with either, your battery or any of those other things that Brian's mentioned in the winter, and you could have saved yourself by preparing during the fall season. You want to get in contact with Weber Automotive. It's simple as that. They can help you make sure that all of these things are in proper working order so that you don't run into those problems again. Or if you've always been proactive, you just know that now is the time to start paying attention to those things and make sure that everything's good to go for the winter. So you can give Weber Automotive a call to schedule an appointment and explore all of their services online at weberautomotive.com. Thanks again, Brian.
Thanks, Alicia.